Hello, welcome to another episode of NEPA Nerds.
Woo.
My name is Al Becerra.
Oh, guardian mine, Julia Priest.
Zach Smith.
Nice to see you again. This is Sci-Fi Month. It's November, Sci-Fi Month, and I'm excited because I'm all about sci-fi. That's my thing. And in fact, the possibility of like going astray that's always going to be a thing for me right now, especially when it comes to talking about sci-fi. Anything science fiction, from classic books all the way up to more modern shows. And yes, I'm looking forward to today's discussions too. So let's see. One of the first things we're going to talk about, of course, is the idea of like sci-fi going from mainstream back in the day to becoming a subculture not too long ago, and then finally going back to mainstream. So I'd like to get into some sort of discussion like that.
Sci-fi is back in fashion.
Exactly. And also we're going to talk about our favorite sci-fi, okay, among all three of us. Even though I'm the sci-fi nut, like I know Mr. Zach here, he's the Star Trek guy as well, and you are all about
Halo.
the Halo person right now. So, looking forward to that. And also, and yes, the idea of like, ideas of technology garnered from sci-fi shows. Yeah. That's great. Like, there's a lot of that going on as well. And so, yes, and just want to let you know, by the time you see this episode, we'll most likely, you can actually access us on YouTube as well.
As of this recording, our first episode is up on our YouTube channel, which is 2822 News. By the time this airs, the second episode should also be online.
Excellent. That's going to be great.
Super excited for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Looking for a lot of thumbs up.
Right.
Thanks. Okay, cool. And so, little nerd news. What have we been doing recently? I'll start off. So, yes, even though it's not necessarily sci-fi, I just started Shogun on FX, and it's amazing so far.
And it's a TV show, yes?
Yes, TV show on FX, and it's a remake of an old show from the 80s, Shogun. So, yes, and this remake looks intense.
What's it about?
Pretty much, it's an Englishman who gets stranded on the shores of Japan, actually in Japan, in the 1600s, and he finds out that he finally finds that is the route to Japan, because the Portuguese were trying to keep everybody else away from this treasure trove, basically. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of that. And also, okay, I'm really excited about this. I just saw the Stranger Things trailer for season 5. Yes.
I have not been able to catch like anything of Stranger Things. It's like it's something that gets like so big that like I get turned off in the idea of watching it.
But maybe, you will enjoy it.
Maybe you can convince me to watch it.
Yes. Yeah. We'll watch season 1 together.
I have been watching it since the beginning, and it's definitely got that late 80s vibe to it. I mean, obviously it's what they're going for, and that's when it takes place, but like it's got like, especially the earlier seasons have that just like that feel. Like now, like have you ever seen the movie E.T.? Like it just, and obviously there's a lot of homages to that movie in the first season, but like it just like feels like, I mean, I was born in 87, but like I can still remember riding around the streets on a bike as a kid with my friends and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
which is awesome.
But like, the stories itself and the characters are all great. I mean, like you got like some real good star power in there too. Like Winona Ryder is fantastic in it. And it's great to see her back doing stuff.
Yes, an 80s favorite of mine when I was a kid. Let's not say when I was born, but yes, I totally related to those characters because I was in that generation. So let's not just say.
Sadly, I cannot relate. I am the youngest, and I grew up in the time of Kim Possible and all them.
Okay.
I
and
sadly cannot relate to the 80s.
Oh, no. And real quick, I just want to say that I just saw Prey last night, and amazing movie. Beautiful shots. Wow, that's an amazing basically landscape shots. Oh, it was wonderful.
I've heard it's very, very good. It's one I've been meaning to watch, but like so much stuff has just been coming out lately. But that one's been out for a while though.
Yeah. It's just, I think 2022 or something like that.
Oh wow, that
yeah.
long?
It's been a few years.
I'm really behind then. So I think they just released another one.
Yep.
Yeah, Predator Badlands, I think it's called, right?
Yes.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Something like that, yeah.
So, and just Predator, or Prey specifically, was so creative, like when it came to its executions. Not to go into depth with it, with anybody queasy in the audience, but it was such a relatable story, and it put you right in the shoes of the person in there.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
yeah,
Cool.
So-
And so, yes, talk about what you have been doing recently.
So I saw Prey like a couple of months ago, but recently I have been indulging myself in the what the kids call Fortnite, I guess.
Well, I think they call it Fortnite.
So Fortnite recently had their update. Chapter 6, season 5 has passed
Sheesh,
us.
right.
Right. I'm so mad that I haven't been playing sooner than that because there's so many Battle Pass rewards that I missed out. No, but this Battle Pass is all The Simpsons, and it's got Marge in the Battle Pass,
Oh, okay,
Homer,
got it. I'm like, what?
Flanders, he's in there, and along with that, in the Epic, V-Bucks store, they got Bart and Lisa's coming soon, Krusty the Clown, all of
I
them.
think they put actually Springfield into the game, didn't they?
Oh,
Oh,
that's
they absolutely
funny.
did.
That's
You can go
amazing.
into the house.
That's really cool.
that's so
Yeah,
cool.
and there's the nuclear plant that you can go to. I was just playing earlier today, and there's
You can go into
There's
Moe's
this-
Tavern.
yeah, and the little Peely dog too. I haven't been able to decide what I
that's
want to
great.
do with him, but the customization with the dog is quite enjoyable
Neat.
too. And
That's really cool.
You could sit on the couch. You could sit on the couch.
Oh, that's so cool. And
So-
and it would be nice too. I'd like to play Ned Flanders.
Oh, yeah.
with,
And
with
they
the
got
gun
him-
and everything. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
they got him in his skiing outfit too. And
Oh,
got
that's awesome.
a specific emote referencing that, and there's references from from the earliest seasons to the newer ones that are coming out. So,
Nice. Excellent. What?
Simpsons
Look at that banana.
isn't
That's
entirely my favorite cup of tea, but I still quite enjoy the humor in it every now and then, especially the Halloween specials. But
Yes, exactly.
yeah. So, and Zach, you got you mentioned earlier something about Halloween that you did recently.
This past weekend was Halloween for us. I know it's probably a little bit later than that for you guys.
Closer to Thanksgiving by
but
now.
I just hung out with some friends. I got to watch 2 movies that I've been wanting to watch for a while that were horror related that I've been saving specifically for Halloween. One of which was called When Evil Lurks, which was going to get a trailer for it to show, but I don't think our bosses would appreciate that. It is a very, very gory movie. Made, I'm not sure if it was made, but I think it was
Even more
produced
gory
by-
than Prey?
I mean, I haven't seen Prey myself, but this one, in terms of just practical gore and effects, it is just a brutal, brutal movie. But I also very good. Like it's definitely got a edge to it that is not for the weak of heart or stomach. But if you're looking for something a little bit more on the bloody side to watch, definitely When Evil Lurks. We also watched Grave Encounters, which has been around for a while. Like I'm just catching up to these movies. Like When Evil Lurks, I think it's been out for 2 years now, and Grave Encounters has been out, I think, much longer than that. It's about a group of people who go into an old asylum and look for spirits and stuff. It's basically Phasmophobia, the movie, if you've ever played that. But it's a great movie. It's I'm not big into ghosts and spirits and stuff, but I would challenge myself and others to find a better movie that deals with that kind of subject matter.
And you know me, if you ever saw the Halloween episode, me and ghosts, not a big fan, but okay. I felt it over my shoulder.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yes, we'll talk more sci-fi when we come back.
Welcome back to NEPA Nerds. I am Julia Priest, and this is El Bracera and Zach Smith, and we're going to be getting right into the meat of the stuff that at least I would like to discuss about, which is Halo. Have you guys played any Halos?
It's been years.
Dabbled.
Dabbled.
I'll admit that. I mean, I didn't have an Xbox. I went the Sony route. So I was never on a system that had it, but it's something that I definitely know has a very big impact on gaming, especially console multiplayer gaming. So I know how important it is, although I haven't really played it myself too much.
Yeah, I haven't played since 2007. So
Oh, don't.
I think it's 2008, something like that.
That was when like Halo, at least from my experience, was like peak, where it had like Halo 3 multiplayer and all that. But yeah, Halo is quite a. It's had like probably a 20-some year adventure throughout the years, and it's just been exciting to see, like, because I wasn't there for when Halo initially came out because I was probably like 4. So
5-year-old Julia playing.
I didn't pick it up until Halo 3 came out back in like 2007. I was probably still way too young. I got stuck on the first level at the waterfall for quite some time, but I was able to figure it out. And then
I was too, actually.
As the years went on, I continued playing with Halo Reach, and then the Master Chief Collection came out. However buggy that was, it was a horror show when it first came out. But it's a lot better now. And continued the story with Halo 4 and.
What is the story? Like, for those who aren't really familiar.
Let's start from the beginning. The beginning of the story is that it follows Master Chief as he's on the Pillar of Dawn, being woken up by Commander Keyes, as they are coming upon this strange space object called a halo. They head on to the halo and continue their never-ending fight against alien forces called the Covenant. The Covenant are basically religious radicals that believe that when the activation of the rings happen, that the entire universe will be lifted up basically into alien rapture. But the twist is that the halos aren't actually what the aliens believe them to be, but rather they were a weapon designed to kill off the food source of an alien parasite called the Flood. The Flood, it almost acts like a fungus, like, you know that. What's it? I'm blanking on this name of the species of fungus, but it takes over an ant's brain.
Cordyceps?
Yes, cordyceps. It kind of acts like that, but without the Last of Us charm. It's very visceral, like in later installments, like bodies fall apart and all that. Like the Flood is this main antagonist of the series. And the series follows Master Chief as he destroys the Halo rings, the Arbiter with his redemptive arc, Sergeant Johnson, if anybody knows him, hoorah! he was kind of like our Marine, but like a super Marine. Oh, and I was so sad to see him go in like Halo 3. It still hurts all the way these years, but yeah.
You know what I care about is just the shoot 'em up. So
Yeah. And also the multiplayer story too. Like it's not like a campaign story, but more so like with the sense of community that the multiplayer has had over the years. There's been tributes to many fallen players over the years. There's it pioneered online gaming as we know it. I believe it was Halo 2 that launched fully online gaming to where you could play a game
on consoles.
On consoles. Oh yeah, that's right, because PC is superior.
another debate we'll have sometime down the road.
Come on. Well, that's a news thing of like, oh, the console war is still happening. But like, yeah, Halo is like, we don't give Halo, at least I don't give it enough credit for its contributions to the gaming atmosphere. And I really just appreciate it, and also in its storytelling as well.
I do like the sci-fi aspect of it. It's great.
Absolutely.
It's a great story. Yeah.
Master Chief is a good character in the sense that he's a good avatar for the player. And in the sense that he delivers these kind of one-liner, like, here's, like, also, too, with his chemistry with Cortana, right over here, this is the lady here, my little Cortana.
Is Cortana
if
holding
you can see her.
Godzilla? Is that Godzilla?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's supposed to be holding an Xbox controller, but I forgot to bring it in today.
Okay.
But basically, like, with their relationship builds, like, throughout the series. In Halo 2, he had to leave her on the Ark to fight the Flood, who are making their way to Earth, blah, blah, blah. And in Halo 4, 2012, so if you haven't played Halo 4 by now, Cortana seemingly passes away. And
Spoilers.
Spoilers. But in Halo,
Not to spoil here.
But in Halo 5, like, she comes back, and there's this whole plot development. And
There's
then
also a show, isn't there?
Actually,
we don't talk about the show.
Oh no, because I got into the show. I was about to go talk about the show too. Like, did you not like the show, the most recent iteration of it?
I did not need to see John how I saw him.
Okay.
I was traumatized by
Okay, all right.
the reason why Master Chief in the games was like so cool was like he knew when he needed to speak. And like, because there's this really fascinating scene in Halo Infinite where there's this pilot character who like confesses like, oh, I wasn't actually a Marine. I just grabbed a Pelican and hightailed it out of here because the Covenant were attacking. And Master Chief, like, he sees like, oh, this guy is like really in a deep pit. And he knows he has like just enough humanity. Like, because initially, like, again, he was like an avatar for the player, but like over the years, he's been able to be his own man, and Halo Infinite was really able to capture that. I wouldn't say it's on par character development of like Kratos in the God of War Nordic series, but I definitely appreciate what 343 was doing in Halo Infinite. And I'm kind of shucks that it's on like a cliffhanger now.
So are you saying Master Chief's character spoke a little bit more in Infinite, or what was happening with
He
his
wasn't
character?
like delivering eulogies or anything, but he spoke with purpose.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't just delivering cool one-liners or anything.
And he wasn't as talkative as in the show.
No.
It's
Like,
definitely from that like late '90s era of video game protagonists where don't really say a whole lot. I mean, like you had your Doom Space Marine, Gordon Freeman,
Sounds like
Master
me.
Chief.
I
Like
don't
didn't
speak
really
much.
say a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like, and then you had people like Duke Nukem who said probably a little too much.
Gas and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
That's
It's
right.
actually a line from They Live.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that right?
Okay, that's hilarious.
Oh, okay. All right, I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I see these hopeful edits now, like just on TikTok, like and seeing Master Chief on there, like with his recent talk with the pilot character. Steve Downs in his performance too was freaking phenomenal with the character, and I want to see more. I want to know what happens next. 343, make it happen. So, but you guys are kind of in a more fortunate boat. You got more newer stuff coming down the timeline, especially with Star Trek. Is it right?
Star Trek, Star Wars. Yeah. When it comes to my faves, like just about anything with the word star in it. So, which includes Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate, Battlestar Galactica, and all that fun stuff. Because that's pretty much what I watched just about throughout my teenage years and into college. So I'm all about that. Mm-hmm. I can go all day talking about that. I'm not one to talk much at all in real life, and yet the moment somebody gets me on. Oh, do you remember that Stargate episode with blah blah blah? And all of a sudden, I'm like, boom, I'm there. And yes, and even Battlestar Galactica. Well, hopefully down the road, we're going to talk a little bit more about AI and how that was involved with that.
Oh.
One of these days, we'll do that.
Halo has warned me of the dangers of
And
AI.
yes, that's true. That's true. AI as well in Halo. Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah. And so
I do want to ask you a question. Have you ever heard of a show called Farscape?
Farscape.
and yes, I will include Farscape in that category.
Farscape should be included in all discussions.
Yes,
It
that's
is
true. That's true.
criminally underrated.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What's Fargate?
Farscape was done by the Jim Henson. Helped, not made by, but
Yeah, there's
Produced by?
there's a Jim Henson connection.
the Jim Henson Corporation. It's basically it's Australian astronaut goes into space, gets sucked into a wormhole, and ends up on the other side of the galaxy. And it's just about his misadventures in space there. But it is
Hilarious
amazing,
misadventures, yes.
amazing show. And I think a lot of the people who worked on that show actually ended up going on to the Ring one. Stargate.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, Stargate. Yeah, which is hilarious because like when I started seeing those actors on Stargate, I was like, no way. That was great.
The Jim Henson Company. That's
Muppets.
Muppets.
it's the Muppets.
Yep. Jim Henson.
They've
All
done a
about
lot
the
of work and stuff with animatronics. Like they're
They were good. They were great.
So wait, Farscape is Star Wars but Muppets? Am I understanding that right?
That's one way to say it.
probably not in the way you're thinking.
That'd be hilarious. Like all the Muppets characters in like a space show. That'd be
Just
that'd
to
be
like see
awesome.
Kermit the Frog just flying a spaceship,
in
which
a Han Solo
would be
outfit.
great.
That would be amazing.
We
Seeing
need Star
Kermit in
Wars
a-
Muppets.
Yeah, Star Wars Muppets would be amazing.
You know what would be funnier? If there was a Star Wars remake of A New Hope, but instead of everybody except for Han Solo is a Muppet.
That would be a great idea too. I mean, like the Muppets would be great for like both. If we can incorporate both worlds, like the Star Wars and Star Trek, and like have them interact as Muppets.
Oh, that would be funny.
That would be amazing. Although I gotta say, I don't mean to talk about this, but like Family Guy's version of Star Wars,
Pretty good.
Pretty funny.
wow,
Pretty funny.
I was highly impressed.
You can tell, and I mean, to bring it all full circle, Seth MacFarlane has always shown himself to be like a big diehard fan of sci-fi.
He's a big nerd.
Really?
And he would later go on to make The Orville, which, in my opinion, for a show that's a big homage to Star Trek, pretty darn good.
He's living the nerd's dream. He's done like Star Wars specials, DC specials, now he's literally in Star Trek, and he's just living out the nerdy dream. So
He was actually in Star Trek Enterprise as, I believe, an ensign in one of the episodes. So,
Oh, my word, that's right.
He actually managed to get into it early.
That's right. Oh wow.
is it the same one with
forgot about that.
not Neil Patrick Harris, Patrick Stewart? Is that right?
That was
James
Next
Patrick-
Generation.
That was that
Star
generation?
Trek Enterprise was Scott Bakula from Quantum Leap.
I'll have to refresh my memory later.
It's the golden age of Trek.
Yes,
I
exactly. Yes. Yeah, and for me, recently, of course, all about the Star Wars franchise, and so I'm actually looking forward to.
You're a fan of Star Wars?
Yeah, wonder, right? Yeah, these are actually my my kids, all their lightsabers. I mean, I bought it for them, but it was for them. So, but yes,
You underestimate my power.
yes, yes. Good. Yes, and so like looking forward to Mandalorian Grogu. Have you guys kept up with Mandalorian at all, or no?
I watched the first 2 seasons.
That's all you need to watch.
Is
Yeah,
third one out?
controversial. Yes.
Is that the one that
Season 3 was
ended with
controversial.
Grogu being adopted by, I'm not going to spoil it in case you haven't watched it, but he got adopted by a very heavily CGI'd version of the person that I was not a fan of.
Well, actually, that was actually sort of in another franchise. Yeah, Book of Boba Fett. And yes, let's just say that Book of Boba Fett, a little disappointing.
I mean, we could dedicate an entire episode just to Star Wars.
absolutely.
Oh my word!
I will
yes.
go along with you for that ride because I have some very polarizing opinions.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
I think I'm sort of in what most fans would think. You know, when it comes to like let's say season 3 of Mandalorian, like that was a disappointment, and it doesn't harken back to the old school Star Wars New Hope type of feel. It was just a little strange, and especially like for the kind of Star Wars stories, like I loved seasons 1 and 2 of Mandalorian. And the stories were amazing, and then all of a sudden, it just like, did somebody else like write this, or what's going on here?
The big one that I've heard people just absolutely give universal acclaim to is the was it Alderaan? But that's not what it is. It's got 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Andor.
Yes.
That's it. Andor. I've heard
Andor's
amazing
amazing.
things about Andor.
Yep. Andor's amazing.
And this was a series leading up to its destruction from the Death Star. Am I right?
It's
New
the
Hope,
prequel to
A New Hope.
no, not well, sort of, but there was another movie that was a prequel to A New Hope.
Oh yeah. What you call it? Rogue One.
Rogue One, yes,
Yeah.
it is the prequel to Rogue One, which is the prequel to A New Hope, which is. We'll be here all day if we get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, New Hope is the leading up to the New Hope, the like Star Trek. I was about to talk about Star Trek too, but like Star Wars Rogue One, that was a wonderful transition into A New Hope. That was amazing, especially with the of course the Darth Vader hall scene. Yeah, can't beat that. And so yes, when it comes to Star Trek, like I'm actually I was actually okay. I liked Star Trek Strange New Worlds season 3. Unlike somebody here.
It's not that I didn't like it. I just it was too. And I've said it before. It's Star Trek has always been more serious issues, serious contemporary issues being talked about in a more science fiction setting. And just season 3 was a little too hokey, too
On the nose?
too wink and a nudge with it.
Because
You got Patton Oswalt talking about sex and
that was
weird things.
That was a funny episode, actually. Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe I was sort of spoiled by the Orville because I was highly entertained with the story writing of the at least the first couple of seasons of the Orville. That was amazing. And
Even the Orville started to dial it back at. Like I will agree that the Orville is meant to be taken as much more tongue in cheek, and obviously it's written by a comedy writer. And the first couple episodes are heavily influenced by Family Guy, so you
course.
have that. And then I just think with Strange New Worlds, it leaned a little too heavy into that. But I mean, it's just me.
yeah, I mean, hey, I'm all about the comedy. I mean, trying to bring a little
You're
levity.
a funny guy, Al. You're a
Yeah.
funny guy.
So just let me know a little bit more about what do you prefer in Star Trek then?
I want just like give me a dash of comedy every now and then. Like, give me your episode where Barclay takes over the entire ship. Or Picard goes on vacation and gets harassed by Ferengi. Like that's what I want my lighthearted Star Trek episodes to be.
Okay, gotcha.
So I mean, like I said, it's there's enough Trek out there for everybody to enjoy at this point.
Yeah.
But like if it's gonna be funny, I want Lower Decks where it's
Yes,
specifically written to
exactly.
constantly be funny.
That's
So I would just ask them to
absolutely.
just dial it back a bit.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, and there's plenty of Star Trek conversations to be have. I'll have to remember this for next time, but there's a lot of Star Trek alum just like all over the place. And one particular series has like Star Trek alum galore. We'll have to talk about it another time. But in the meantime, we will head on over to commercial break. See you in a bit.
Welcome back to NEPA Nerds. I'm Zach, and we are continuing our discussion about sci-fi, seeing as how it is Sci-Fi Month. And one of the things that we kind of touched upon that I think, at least I know Elle and I are going to talk about more, and Julia's got some little tidbits brewing for her. Science fiction versus science fantasy. Why they don't necessarily need to be mutually exclusive. It's always been very, what's better, Star Trek or Star Wars? And while I find myself firmly on the Star Trek side of things, more and more it's harder to really compare the two, other than the fact that they're in space. There's not a whole lot of similarities. It's
besides spaceships, yes, and being in space, and maybe FDL, all that fun stuff. Yeah, there's a few commonalities, but yeah. But otherwise, the very essence of either show, it has a tendency to be different. Yeah. So I'll agree with you there. I'll agree with you there. Yeah. Star Trek. Yeah.
Yeah. Like in my mind, Star Trek has all been about the world in which it is creating. You have entire episodes of Star Trek where it's dedicated to, this is how the warp engine works. This is how Romulan society functions. This is what happens when a Klingon is mortally wounded. Whereas in Star Wars, the movies themselves, at least, are more about the adventure. It's more of a journey. It's about the characters that you see and how they save the day, how they fight evil and prevail.
Mm-hmm. And actually, that is the emphasis. That Lucas had was mainly the journey of the hero. Because of, if anybody's nerdy enough to know about this, because of his being influenced by Joseph Campbell, the myth master himself. So yes, when it comes to Star Wars, when it comes to the actual technical aspects of it, it's just people reacting to, let's say, not the warp core, but the hyperdrive. They're just fixing the hyperdrive.
Yeah, Han Solo just banging on the Millennium Falcon. Exactly. Why aren't you go?
All you need is a big old sledgehammer or whatever, and a little kick to the engine, and we're good to go. Unlike Star Trek, where they actually go through scientific mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, you gotta get open up the dilithium chamber and see the how the crystals are doing. What's the matter antimatter flow? Like
which I'm all about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend like I knew exactly what you said. I'm gonna pretend.
Yeah. Well, in Star Wars, it's all about like the engine is almost the hyperdrive is almost ready. That's as far as they go when it comes to talking about the actual hyperdrive engine. Yeah.
But you have an entire class of personnel on board any of the Enterprises or Voyager or Deep Space Nine. They're dedicated to keeping those machines running.
Mm-hmm. And it's quite amazing the differences between those two worlds. Although I gotta say, okay, I don't mean to bring this up, but I mean we'll go back to the Trek versus Wars type of discussion. But like Stargate has a great blend of the two. There's a fantasy and the nerdiness of Trek. So, yeah.
I haven't watched it myself personally, but I would say that Farscape as well has...
And Farscape, yes.
Does kind of have like a little bit of a balance.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. Farscape did touch on the fantasy aspects of it, and even though, yes, they were very much a little more in line with Trek, it was still very much a good balance. Yeah. So, okay. I gotta say, I'm really interested. What is your hot take? Because, like you said, jump break. I'm gonna have a hot take, and I'm like, can you say it now? And you're like, no, I'll say it during the show.
I had to wait until we were in show, and there may be some arguments to refute my claim, and there may be some evidence to claim it. But from what I understand of the story of the world is that the Lord of the Rings franchise is sci-fi. It takes place entirely on a different planet from ours. It has all these various different subspecies of possible offshoot of humanity. Happens in a land in a world far, far away, and it's got all these. What would be unexplained magic? But from what we've seen, like, magic is just unexplained science. For example, like lightning and stuff like that. Like back in the Nordic days, like they would think like, oh, like the thunderstorm just means Thor is angry. Same thing can apply to the Lord of the Rings franchise with all these various different magical
quite a hot
spells that are
take.
happening, and potions too. That's kind of like chemistry in its own way. And there have been some instances where this is what doom scrolling on TikTok shows me, that there are some instances where Star Trek they come onto a planet that is possibly
magic.
in its dark ages, and one of the characters is like deified into
been a few episodes
a
like
character.
that.
I think it was Orville. It was a
Orville also
blonde.
had an episode like that.
Yeah. And like I'm not sure if it had like a specific dragon, but like with all these various like species on the planet and all that, like, yeah, like you could argue it's sci-fi. That's kind of my hot take. So
Yeah, sci-fi fantasy. How about that?
Yeah, sci-fi fantasy, yeah.
Yeah. Well, although I gotta say, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on there because it's all about. That's all just pure fantasy, which I'm looking forward to talking about as well. Looking forward to the fantasy aspect because I'm all about Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I mean, I will say that take is so hot that I could cook a steak on it.
I love steak.
Good steak. I see where you're going with it, though.
Crack an egg on it, let it psst.
I can sort of see the mindset you're taking there. I feel like in order for it to be in the science genre, you kind of have to have some semblance of technology. Like there has to be, or technological concepts. I get what you're saying about the magic, though. How and as you mentioned, there have been numerous Star Trek episodes where they crash land on a planet, and people will see them using their tricorders or a phaser, or simply get transported. Who Watches the Watchers? I think is one of probably the most famous ones where. I believe Counselor Troy and Commander Riker are kind of taken hostage on a planet when they see Captain Picard, I think it was, get transported way back onto the ship. And there's that whole debate on, when does it become, when is it magic? Is it our own limited understanding of the world that makes things magic? Or is it all science? It's just what we don't understand yet.
Yeah, I mean, if we go back to the MCU or Marvel Comics too, I mean, it opens up another thing. But yeah, even a recent the Thor movies, they emphasize how it looks like magic, but it's really high technology from yeah. So who knows? I mean, it's. I mean, obviously that's sci-fi fantasy. Yeah. But at the same time, too, I love the fact that Star Trek even touches on that, that debate or that discussion between what can be, what Star Wars is all about, and even what Star Trek is all about. Trying to find the actual source behind what that magic could be.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. I mean, a wonderful discussion. I mean, that's the biggest difference. Julia and we were just talking about it. The biggest difference, among other things, between Star Trek and Star Wars is the fact that Star Trek is all about the technology and very future focused, very let's explore, while Star Wars is based on the myth cycle or the myth story and how to. And really going back to what your roots are, what the absolutes are as well, like what's good, what's evil, and while Star Trek focuses on we not that they're morally gray, but what is where can you find truth and morality and seeing what is truly right. And whatever culture you're trying to get to, it's a whole big discussion that way.
I mean, I think one of the easiest topics of discussion for the matter could be the Prime Directive.
Oh yeah.
And for an initiate, the Prime Directive is a set of guiding principles for members of Starfleet. The biggest one being no interference, whereas any non-warp capable civilization cannot be interfered with in any way, shape, or form. Now, of course,
Until they do.
there's so many episodes
Yes,
where
several episodes. We can't go past go against the Prime Directive, but we got to help them.
we can't save this whole civilization unless we did.
Exactly. There's always like some workaround. in some
You
way.
can't do the thing in which the directive tells you not to. But what if we did it anyway?
Yeah. Several episodes like that.
They honestly have. And in several movies too. Star Trek, the one where they're on the planet that makes them young. Insurrection.
That one, okay. All right, I'm
In
like,
Star Trek Insurrection, where everybody dresses very, very brownly, and it's very, very earth toned attire, and it's not a great movie. Going back to it, there's some character assassination that goes on. Especially with Picard. But it's interesting because you have like. As Star Wars began, like there's only so much you can do with an hour and a half, 2 hours. So you need to have like clearly defined villains, and you need to be able to set up this world in the span of an hour and a half to 2 hours. So like they're not going to be focused on what's going on with the Millennium Falcon, other than Han banging on it a few times. So I could easily see Star Wars becoming more like a science. More like Star Trek, especially now that we have all these shows out. Now, to my knowledge, at least, with the exception of maybe Andor, from what I've heard, like it doesn't really get into like that kind of minutia yet.
No, not really. I mean, even when it comes to, for example, the saving grace of the prequels was the entire Clone Wars series. And even then, like with the whole series, there are certain times where they had minutia, but like they don't really get that technical the way Star Trek does. The emphasis is always still on dialogue and character development, and even though the first couple of seasons of Clone Wars weren't as good, but still, like the rest of the season, it was amazing because Dave Filoni did an excellent job of directing that, which of course gave him the credibility to be able to direct future Star Wars projects like The Mandalorian. And
And that is something that I would like to see Star Wars do more of. Like I'm not a fan of Star Wars. I do enjoy Star Wars. I could go on for days about the games.
you're a gamer.
But
that's right.
a little bit, just a bit. To go back to another show that we talked about, Farscape, as we mentioned before, it kind of treads that line where you do have a very authoritarian. That's not the word. What is it?
Authoritarian?
Did I say
Authoritative?
yes? Bad guy in the Peacekeepers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That is
It's been years
draws
since I've
very
used Farscape.
very direct parallels to the Empire.
Yep, that's true. Yeah.
But then you also get into like the minutia of like how the society works, how Moyo runs, which is the name of their living ship. Which again, if you haven't watched Farscape and you are interested in science fiction at all, please watch Farscape. It is so good.
Add Farscape to watch list.
But it's I want to see more world building from Star Wars, like where you don't have to like, well, in the novels and you do this, that, and the other thing. This and you would learn that. Like I want to see it. Like don't make me read.
No, actually, like how much of the Clone Wars have you seen?
Very little.
Oh, okay, that's why, because they made crazy strides in world building in Clone Wars, and so that's why it's a saving grace of the prequels, because they bring so much depth to all the characters and so much background that if you just watch the prequels by itself, it's like, oh, okay. And then you see all the seasons of Clone Wars, and you're like, wow, the prequels are amazing.
Especially with the character development, I've only seen like the first couple of seasons when it was coming out back in like 2010. Oh my god, I'm giving myself a gray hair just talking. But with the introduction into like newer characters, and you're wondering is like, who's this new character? Like, where are they in later installments? And the newer Star Wars projects are kind of answering those questions with Rex, Ahsoka, and even. Before the New Hope, Anakin, what he was up to after his fall, I guess, and
Pod racing.
oh yes,
This is pod racing.
yeah,
Now this
Now this
is pod racing.
he's bad.
Sorry, I missed the now. Now this is pod racing. Oh yeah, and
You call that a knife? This is knife.
yes, I think that's a different franchise. Speak of the 80s.
Parallels.
Yeah, and so that's and I gotta say, all right. When it comes to spacefaring shows, I mean, I know we're just talking about mainly Star Wars, Star Trek, but I'm a big fan of Firefly. So
With what's his name?
I mean, I know I didn't talk about this previously.
Nathan Fillion,
Yes.
Alan Tudyk.
Yep.
Oh God,
Those guys.
I love me some Alan Tudyk.
Yes,
Resident Alien, by the way, is another sci-fi
Resident
show.
Alien, that's
Which
amazing.
is, I think it's been canceled, sadly, but I think it's got 3 or 4 good seasons to it.
Wait.
Was that the one where like an
I
alien
could be
lands in
wrong.
Montana?
I'm gonna have to
check
look this
that
up. I'm
real
gonna have to
quick.
look this up because I really like Resident Alien. That was a hilarious show. But yes, Firefly. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
It was canceled. The 4th season finale is the final episode.
Dang.
So, but it's still good to watch. I would still recommend.
Oh yeah. Oh my word. Yeah.
It's got practical effects too, right?
Oh yeah.
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 I'm always a practical gal.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, exactly. So, like, I'm just saying how like Firefly was amazing, just because. I mean, it is basically a space western, but they sort of get into technical aspects of.
I've only watched the first couple episodes. It's one that I started to watch, and for whatever reason, I got sidetracked with it. But I know that it's Joss Whedon, I think.
Oh, yeah,
did
it's a
it.
Joss Whedon project,
and
yeah.
it was one of his early things that kind of kickstarted his career. And I know that it lasted 1 season, I
Yeah.
think, and then but fan outcry about it was so heavy that, like Farscape, they came out with a movie to kind of wrap everything up.
Which sort of sucked, which is sad, but yeah.
Hey, it got an ending though.
Yeah, it did get an ending, and unfortunately, like, there were certain characters that I would have liked to survive the story. So just wanted to say that. And, yeah. So like, when it comes to Star Trek and Star Wars, though, yes, that's a whole show in and of itself.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. And it's, in my opinion, like, it doesn't have to be either or. I know the argument is almost as old as it's older than the PC versus console debate. It's
great.
probably going to be going on for years to come, especially both franchises are still doing things, but it's you can have both. You can have both.
Why not both?
Why not both?
Why not
Exactly.
Both is good. Both is good. All right. We're going to stop right there. Come back in a few minutes and talk about what we're going to be doing next week. Stick around.
Welcome back to NEPA Nerds, and basically what we're going to be looking forward to for the next, I don't know, month or so. But immediately, because this is Sci-Fi Month in November, I'm looking forward to talking about Star Wars all day, every day for the next episode, because that's my jam. That's just my jam. And also, I'm also looking forward to Predator Badlands.
Hear mixed reviews on that one, but
Yeah,
I'll be
that's
interested
true.
to hear what you say.
Yeah, exactly. What are you looking forward to, Zach?
I mean, I've got gaming awards upon gaming awards coming up. We got the Golden Joystick Awards coming up later this month, and then early December we have the big one, the Video Game Awards, which we will have a whole episode dedicated to that.
Excellent. All right, Julia, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to. Fine, I'll rewatch the Clone Wars again. I'll try and binge what I can of Star Wars. I'll have to see what streaming platforms I can find it on outside of Disney Plus. Wish me luck on that one. But so I'm excited for the next episode, and hopefully, So, I want to talk about the clones. I love the clones.
D. Bradley Baker.
Yes. Still, if you watched the last episode, hit us up. 2022. D. Bradley, we're waiting.
Don't forget, check us out on YouTube.
Yes.
That's right.
Being on YouTube now, it's amazing. That's great. Like when Zach texted me about that, I'm like, wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because I'm a YouTube fan. So anyway, looking forward to that. Talking all things Star Wars. And till next time, this has been NEPA Nerds. My name is Elle.
Zach.
Julia Priest.
And till next time.